Quick facts. Damage, Uncharted 88 by Heavyocity, a modern cinematic percussion library in the Damage 2 engine created from a broken down piano by hitting its wooden, iron and strings parts with mallets and stuff. Uncharted 88 runs in the free Contact player, no full version required, there's NKS support and you download it via Heavyocity portal. Over 200 sound sources with 91 custom presets, 36 sound designed piano hits and almost 300 loops result in a total file size of 11 GB. There are up to 14 dynamic layers and 6 round robins per source, and one preset takes up roughly between 100 MB and 1 GB of RAM. The sound of Uncharted 88 is punchy and organic, modern and minimal, unconventional and experimental. And if I had to summarize Uncharted 88 in 3 words, it would be wood, iron, string. Join the Become a Pro Composer Discord community, where hundreds of composers grow their skills together. It's free. We also do giveaways. As a standalone expansion for the most popular percussion library, Damage 2, Uncharted 88 looks pretty much exactly like its flagship brother. There are 3 patches. The Ensemble Designer, where you load either presets or individual sources and intuitively place them on a virtual stage with 5 mic channels, per drum controls, performance settings, and master effects for the entire ensemble. The Kit Designer, where you place samples on a 16-voice drum kit layout and mix and process them to your need for quick percussion beats. And the Loop Designer, where you layer, combine and process loop stems to create driving grooves and inspiration starters in both straight and triplet timings. I spent most of my time in the Ensemble Designer, enjoying the numerous presets or mixing them up with my own selection of sound sources. It's great to move sounds across the stage, back and forth, left and right, and easily tweak their settings. The Damage 2 engine hosts the best interface of any percussion library I've come across so far. Uncharted 88's content is organized in 5 categories: wood strikes, iron strikes, string strikes, hybrid hits, and utility tools like rips, glissandos, tempo synced swells in 1, 2 and 4 beats, and tempo synced reverses for 2 and 4 beats. None of these sounds, with the exception of the mighty piano hits, are too over-the-top huge or monumental. They're punchy, but there are no larger-than-life epic taiko ensembles or gran casas. All of Uncharted 88's sounds are produced by striking that bizarre and kinda cool-looking piano sculpture with a variety of hammers and mallets. These mallets include rubber and felt mallets, big and small hammers, PVC pipes and rods, brushes, coins, and more. It's a good variety for both softer and sharper, lighter and thicker, cleaner and scratchier sounds. There are mod wheel jammer presets that dynamically react to mod wheel movement. And you can create these for each and every sound source yourself in the performance setting. It's actually much easier than I thought it would be. Heavyocity included gritty presets like Psychotic Visions or The Last of Us to explore the creepier side of the library. And it gives us a nice utility patch called Ticking and Talking, with a characteristic delay that should sound familiar, especially to trailer composers. The loops are divided into straight and triplet loops, and each of them have a low stem, mid stem, and high stem, as well as the full loop. The loop designer includes that stutter effect and transition keys that we already know from Damage 2 as well. Wood, iron, and string. Uncharted 88 is pretty brilliant. I mean, who gets the idea to scrap a pretty piano and reassemble it into this? But it works. The result of this strange effort is a unique instrument that opens a compelling world of sound, one that is not overly saturated in the sample library market yet. The wood parts of the piano give thump and impact. The iron parts add clack and power. The string parts add high-end, creepy scrapes, and transitions with rips and glissandos. The samples are incredibly playable, dynamic, and lively. The fact that you can take each source and create a realistic crescendo with the push of one button impressively proves this. The library is very usable, with single hits, performances, and tempo-synced swells, all interchangeable and processable within a powerful streamlined interface. And on top of that come full and stamped loops as idea starters, building blocks, and convenient assistance. Uncharted 88 is usable for sure. But is it useful? Is there use for it? Especially if you already have a baseline Damage 2 or another flagship percussion library. Well, the smaller, more confined nature of Uncharted 88's sound makes it sit quite nicely in a variety of genre types and cues without immediately taking over the attention. It's not as junkyardish and industrial as many other Damage samples, and not really flavored in a folky direction either. It's not overly large or stereotypically epic sounding. It sits comfortably in between, and yet you can use it for any of these use cases and add definition to your other genre-specific libraries. You can layer it with Damage 2's larger ensembles to make them sound punchier, or combine the presets from within Uncharted 88 with each other. Most of the presets are laid out in a way that you can simply copy and paste over the MIDI. Heavyocity also treats us with a taste of their pristine sound design by adding post-apocalyptic hybrid atmospheres that fit right into tension, mystery, and horror territory. I've been a happy Damage 2 user since release, and until a few days ago, I didn't know I needed an expansion for it, and one where Heavyocity punches a piano and records what's coming out of it. But now I do. Or I want? Somewhere in between, I guess. The point is, I don't want to miss it anymore. Damage 2 basic version is an absolute powerhouse for both organic and hybrid percussion, and you can get so many sounds out of it. Now, what Uncharted 88 adds to that is a toolkit of fresh sounds with a sort of neutral character that fills a gap in my sample library repertoire. Uncharted 88 has Damage on its label, it has Damage quality, Damage sample depth, and Damage utility. I will use this one a lot. Uncharted 88 is on intro sale until the 3rd of March for $119 with a regular price of $149, and you can grab it from the Heavyocity website. I wrote a little demo with Uncharted 88. All the percussion and atonal elements are from Uncharted 88, and during playback I will also solo the Uncharted 88 tracks every now and then, so you get a feel for the library sound by itself. If you're watching this video right now, you probably don't have the time to dedicate to analyzing and learning the ins and outs of the many virtual instruments and sample libraries out there. But I am lucky enough to be able to do that as part of my composer journey. I spent countless hours testing and understanding and diving into the best orchestral sample libraries available right now. So when you're subscribing to this channel, it means you're subscribing to some of the very best sample library overviews and composer tutorials on YouTube that will help you save time and make the most out of your own composer journey. So if you're watching this and it is valuable to you, consider subscribing. Happy composing, and I'll see you soon.